Good afternoon. It's Monday, and it's been Manic Monday and Mixed Up Monday and all the weirdness of Monday. So my family and I returned from our trip to Iowa at 1:30 this morning. So you can imagine I'm like toothpick eyes. But so far it hasn't been too bad because I've been busy. So once I sit down and just get home and relax, I'm probably going to fall asleep. But right now I'm fine. So I wanted to hop on and tell you what we did for Power Hour. So we did a couple of word problems with the cubes strategy where they circle the numbers, underline the question, box the math action words, evaluate how to solve the problem, and then solve and check. Did a couple of those together. They were simple ones. We're not doing double digit addition for the cubes because I want them to get the strategy down before we do harder problems. So we did a couple of those, and then we did a math riddle. And I believe I've linked all of those in my Pinterest Halloween math board. I'll link it again for you, so you don't have to go back and try to find it. I just got my kids to recess. I'm a little out of breath. Trying to think. What did we do this morning? I set the kids' new goals for AR really quickly. So they have new flowers to grow on their AR screen. They're very excited about that. And I'm revamping the afternoon because it's not working. It's not working. I've met with groups like 2 or maybe 3 times at the most. We've done one book. Yeah, one book the entire last quarter. Granted, we did get started really, really late, and then we had testing and other things going on. However, that's not okay. And I told the kids, I said, we've got to change things because we can't just read one book in an entire quarter. And they're like, no. And I said, that's not cool. We're missing out. So I said, how are we ever going to be better readers if we never get to meet for groups? And they're like, yeah. I said, so here's how we're going to do things. So I'll show you that later because I don't have a lot of time right now. But I changed the ketchup and pickles thing to a ketchup, mustard, mayo, pickles thing. So I'll show you my new board. I just totally made it. I just found images off Google and used them. So we have a ketchup, we have a mustard, we have a mayo bottle, and we also have pickles. So the pickles are the pickle activities, like pick an activity. Pickle picks is what I call them. So it's just an expanded version of ketchup and pickles, but they have to do more things. So the mustard are the must-dos. So now they have a spelling and phonics thing they need to do too, which is good because we're not getting a lot of that in anyway. They're only getting that through iReady and some of our whole group stuff. So I think that'll be really good. I have a couple of kids that are super excited about it. And I said, you know, when you turn these in, you get a punch on your work card. Like you haven't gotten a lot of stuff on there, so that'll help you out. So I have some Halloween activities for them to do for spelling this week. And I found a brochure thing for phonics, and I found a freebie one because I wanted to try it. The sad thing is, if I really, really like it, these things were on sale on Saturday. They're not on sale now. So I might just have to wait till they go on sale again because I don't really want to spend money on stuff all the time. Yeah, it's getting a little out of hand, a little crazy. So I can't just keep buying more stuff all the time. Anyway, we'll see if they like it and see if it works. And maybe I'll do some more of the freebies that she has. And then I'll decide if I want to purchase anything. So I thought I'd show you my outfit real quick. This is going to be all Halloween stuff this week, except for Tuesday and Thursday. We have parent-teacher conferences, so I'll dress more conservatively and less Halloweenish. But I've got some special Halloween leggings. Of course I do. Why wouldn't I, right? So I didn't get any last year because I wasn't on the leggings bandwagon yet, but I am now. So here we go. I've got kind of an orangey peach kind of shirt on, a tank top. I've worn this before. It doesn't match exactly, but it's okay, I guess. I have this gray little sweater thingy that I've worn before. I have some leggings, of course. I have some gray boots. And then I have this Lottie Dottie's ring that has magnetic inserts. And I seriously just put these on 2 minutes. 2 minutes before the kids walked in my door today. I had taken off my old nails, scrubbed all the goo off. I had done my cuticles. I washed them really well. And then they were ready to go. I trimmed them and I filed them, got them all ready. So then this morning when I got here, all I had to do was choose the sizes, pull the adhesive strip off, and put them down. Bada bing, bada boom, done. And they'll be on good for 2 weeks. So they'll last through Halloween and a little beyond. And then I'll be ready for a change because these are definitely Halloween. So these are some of those Kiss Impress nails. I ordered these from Amazon. I'll put the link below. So if you want to get them, you can. It might be a little close for you by the time you see this, but we'll see. I'm going to back up. I've got this from Cato as well. I'll back up and show you what I got. Oh, sorry. These came from Walmart. I'm very scattered because I'm trying to get a lot done. Plus lack of sleep. Anyway, so I think I've showed you everything somehow haphazardly. So I'll back up so you can see all of it, and then I'm going to get to work. Let me show you my leggings because they're quite Halloweenish and festive. Here are my lovely leggings. see. And on my boots. Told you I had 3 different colors of these. Here's the gray pair that I have. Very comfortable. Okay, and for listening station, I change them out every week now because I have a whole week to listen to them. So we've got FREEBIE carrots, and I have a page from D.D. Wells listening station or listening center bundle from a while back. And then I have Click Clack Boo and a page to go with it. And then I did have the AR quiz numbers for those on the board. Excuse me, but I had to erase them because I needed the board for something, so I need to put them back up because I told the kids I'd put them up there. And then I wanted to show you some shirts that my teacher across the way made. She has a Cricut and she's really good at using it. Oh my goodness, I'm all snuffly. Let me move this thing here. Put you here. Okay, ready? These are so cute. I got a short sleeve and a long sleeve version. How cute is that, right? I love it. I love it. Check this out. Aren't they gorgeous? I love them. So, oh goodness. A bad case of the snuffles. Bad case of the snuffles. Oh, also, the reading teacher down the hall took a picture of everyone like this. And then kids, I think you're like this, if they can see part of you. Kids are supposed to guess who you are. Well, they're going to know who I am because I always have my nails done. So I was thinking I would hold the book like this, maybe. And then they wouldn't see a whole bunch of me. But this is one of my favorite books ever. So I thought I would do this book. But it's got lots of goo on it. I don't know if I have another one I could use. That's okay. Whatever. But I need to do it sneaky because she's going to come in when the kids are still here. Oh my goodness. And take the picture. So she makes a bulletin board of it and she's like, guess who's reading? So she lets them look at that for a week or so. And then she starts putting sticky notes on them, like with, I think, clues or something. But it's really fun. She did it last year and she said the kids loved it. So it shows that we read too, right? Not just to them, but we read. I love kids' books anyway. This is one of my favorites from all time. I've made myself a list of things to do. It's not very long because I did come in Saturday and do some things. So I got my AR goals done. I have, if you look over at my table over there, I've cleaned it off. Can you kind of see it? Yeah, there's my monster stuff. Cleaned off my table, and I have offices out because I have 7 or 8 kids that need to take a math test. It's a post-test. They took the pre-test. And now they've had time to learn more stuff in Power Hour, so I'm going to test them again to see if they learned it. And I've already gotten all my other testing done, except for one girl, for some reason, on her odd and even test. They were supposed to fill out the 10 frames. I don't have that paper, but they had 10 frames they're supposed to fill out with whatever number, and then they're supposed to circle if it was odd or even. She did it on the first one, and then just circled odd or even on the other 3. And I'm like, you didn't do the easy part. Like just putting them in the 10 frames. Like if the number is 15, you fill up 15 squares. I think she just forgot. I don't know. So I was grading that in the car on the way to Iowa, and I went, child, what did you do? So I'm going to let her finish that today. But I have all the other tests graded, except for the one I'm going to give today for some of the kids that didn't pass the first time. And some of the kids have already taken it again. These kids need to take it again. Some of them took it in Power Hour and passed it, and these kids didn't take it in Power Hour, but I'm pretty sure they'll pass it. But I have to test them to know. Can't just say, you probably know how to do it. That doesn't work on a report card. You need to know if they know how to do it. So anyway, I'm going to be calling 4 at a time to take their test while I am listening to people read, so I can do Fontas and Pinnell testing with my last 6 or 7 kiddos, which I have an hour and a half. I'd say about an hour and a half. Good time to do that. So that'll be good. I can show you my ketchup and pickles and mustard and mayo thing real fast, probably, if I can find it real quick. I've been having a little trouble with my screen, my stuff not being minimized where I thought it was. So I don't know what happens. It slides, and I don't do that on purpose. Like a split screen thing that I didn't do on purpose. So I don't know what's going on. Anyway, here's my slide. It's just a PowerPoint. I'll show you real quick here. You see, this is very basic. It's just a table, and I found time to get the kids. I found the clip art on Google. I just Googled ketchup, then I Googled mustard, then I Googled mayo, then I Googled pickles, and then I just screenshot the clip art there. And I'm not going to sell it or give it away because that would be wrong, copyright infringement, whatever, but I'm showing you how I made it. So you can do one too. It's very simple. And then I just put underneath what they could do. So the ketchup thing, they have to do AR reading and take a quiz every day. Yep, that's their first priority. Then unfinished work. That would be like your math station if you didn't finish your game, like the little booklet thing from the pouches, or if you didn't finish your interactive notebook, do that. Then you go to the must-do mustards. These are things you have to do after you do your AR quiz. You do your spelling, whatever the spelling activity is. Today it is writing the spelling words on the pumpkins, which you can see the basket down there. You probably can't really see the pumpkins so well. See that? Oh, there you go. Now you can see the pumpkins in the basket. They just write one of the spelling words on each pumpkin. There are 10 pumpkins and 10 spelling words. Then, wow, I'm sorry, it's so wiggly. Then the phonics activity is in there too. And that I will have to show you because it's a brochure. It's on the board right now because I showed the kids what it was, and I told them they just do one of those little things each day until that is done. So each day they just pick at that phonics thing. And then they can read out of their word book, which is the little sight word book that I got from Reagan Tunstall that I've talked about a lot. And then they can do the may-do mayos. So these are their pickle picks under the may-do mayos. So these are the things that used to be just the regular pickle activities that I put on here. So no longer can they read to a partner because that's been a problem. But they can read their vacation books out of their white boxes. So there you go. That's what I'm planning for this afternoon, and I'll try to jump back on and let you know how it went because I'm hoping this solves a myriad of problems because we're having lots of issues with people sneaking around, not doing anything, and just causing problems during this time. So hopefully that will be over with. All right, I'm going to go get my kids, and I'll try to see you later. Good afternoon. My kids are at lunch, and I'm working feverishly to get my report cards printed. And I wanted to show you that we started talking about spiders, and we started with a KWL chart, and it's sort of in the version of a spider web. So I thought I'd show you that, and then I'm going to get back to work. All right, so the kids knew a lot about spiders. So I actually took a picture of this so that I could project it when we wanted to finish it. But I need to erase it so that I can leave room for my ketchup, pickles, mustard, and mayo. Good afternoon again. It is Tuesday. It is the first day of conferences. We have them from 4 to 8 tonight. I still have early buses, so I'm going to be a little frazzled by the time the first conference comes, and I'm pretty much booked solid the entire night. I think I have 11. So, going to get the bulk of them done today. That's kind of nice. I'm going to be exhausted tomorrow. I'm starting out exhausted today, but you know, what else is new? I thought I'd just hop on and show you my outfit real quick. My necklace is a little twisty, but then I need to get back to report cards because I don't have a lot of time to get them printed out. So I am wearing a kimono from Target, a tank top from Target. I believe this is from Cato. These are from Target. This is from, not really sure. I've had it for a while, so sorry about that. I don't know what that is. And this I think came from Cato. And then my shoes are from Walmart just recently, so they have those back in the shoe section for you. I have some pixie pants from Old Navy. And yeah, that's everything. So I will back up so you can see the whole thing, and then I'm going to get back to report cards. So the kids have been a little loud, but not too terribly bad today. And they really got into the spiders. So we started reading Spiders by Gail Gibbons, which, you know, I'm sure all of you have at least one book by her because she does a lot of nonfiction. And they were really excited that we were going to be learning about spiders. So that was good. We have one more math lesson in chapter 3, and then we can start a fresh chapter next week because we get out early on Thursday, so that works out well. We don't have time for math on Thursday since it's a half day because we have conferences. So I'm getting my ketchup, mustard, mayo, and pickles chart ready to go, which it's not going to change today. So it's good, but I just wanted it to be up so I could just project it right away. I have about 8 minutes before I need to go get the students from lunch and take them to recess, and then I can work on these some more. I wanted to show you, though, that, let me cover this part up. I made a grid of all the report card standards, and then I just put each kid across and filled in everything. And even at the end, I put some things I wanted them to work on. So like little notes for me so I can look at it during conferences, because it's awkward to try to look at the report card upside down and tell the parents what it says and all that stuff. Plus, I didn't put a ton of information on the report card as far as comments, because I will be talking to them. And I'd rather them not be reading that while I'm trying to have a conversation, because we only have 15 minutes. So I'm going to hit the highlights and it'll be good. But I used a paper clip to hold my spot for where I left off with which kid. So I only have 7 kids that I need to finish on here. And all the information's on my grid. I just need to put it into the report card, which it's just basically, it's already filled out as far as, like, we have a Google Doc that is our report card. And it's already got, like, everything filled out if they met all the standards. So you just have to take stuff off if they didn't. It's kind of nice. And then you add, like, their birth date and their name and absences and tardies. And then, like, comments and stuff. So it's not going to, it doesn't take a lot to fill it out, but it does take a lot to print it because you have to download every one of them. So that's interesting. It's a new ball game for me. That's not, we had an Excel document for first grade that I was totally used to. And I think my computer is slowing down because every tab I have open is a kid. And I have 22 of those. So I probably should just start printing them, getting them off of there. But I'm getting a lot of the spinning wheel of death today. Like, it took forever to put my Go Math lesson up there. Yep. Alrighty. And then it starts saying untitled. And I'm like, it's not untitled, it's a kid. So what are you going to do, right? You do what you got to do. So I'm going to get back to it. And I probably won't check back in with you later because honestly I have a ton of things to do. I'm going to print my, yeah, I have lots of conferences. I just looked at my schedule. I only have 1, 2, 3 spaces left. And so I won't be eating tonight. There's no time for that. Yeah. Unless I just block it off right now. But what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? I think I need to find a way to shrink this down because I would rather it print nicer. We'll see what I can do. I'm going to try to check back in with you sometime and let you know how things went. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, I'm going to go for now and I'll try to catch back up with you sometime. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Yesterday was crazy because it was parent-teacher conference day and I was working feverishly to not only finish the report cards but try to get the darn things to print. I kept getting the spinning wheel of death because it was from Google and for some reason it wasn't connecting and I was just like, So I actually was printing report cards 30 minutes before the parents came. That was a little stressful. And every spare second I had yesterday was devoted to getting those done. Thankfully, that's over. I had 11 conferences yesterday, and I have like 4, I think, on Thursday. We get out, well, students get out early on Thursday, and we have conferences from 1 to 5, but I don't have as many scheduled, thankfully, so I can take a little bit of a breather and maybe get some things ready for next week because we don't have school Friday, and then the kids don't have school Monday, but teachers have professional development. So it was just wackadoo, and I was exhausted by the time I got home. And since I didn't talk to you, I wasn't able to tell you that Monday, when Caitlin and I went home, she dropped me off, and she was going to go meet some friends back in the area where we go to school, because her friends live here. On her way out, she was hit by another car. She's okay. She didn't get hurt at all. She got T-boned. What happened was she was turning right on a green, so she had the right of way. The person across from her was turning left on a yellow and did not yield to her and tried to beat her to the intersection and creamed her right in the left side of my car. So now we have from halfway back on the driver's door all the way down the side of that car is Smush City. So that will be getting fixed by his insurance. The stinky thing is, he tried to put it on her a little bit. She did nothing wrong. She was turning on a green like she was supposed to. He decided he would try to push the yellow and try to beat her there and really misjudged and just kept going. She even honked and slammed on her brakes and he still kept creaming her. So, kind of being a jerk about it. Yeah. So, she called me real fast and said, Mom, I've been in an accident. I'm like, what happened? Are you okay? And I could tell by her voice that she wasn't hurt because she wasn't overly upset sounding. She just sounded like, I had an accident. So I said, okay, tell me what happened. She told me the gist of it. I said, have you called the police? She said, no. I said, as soon as we're done talking, call the police. You need to file a police report. The insurance information's in the glove box, in the folder. Get out your driver's license and be ready to tell him what happened. Just be totally honest. Whatever happened, happened. Just let him know. And then he'll file the report, and we'll have to contact the insurance company and all that. But you don't have to worry about that part. Dad and I will take care of that. So since she had my car, I was like, crud, how am I going to get there? So my husband had the other car. Thankfully, we had just purchased a new car last week. We just got another vehicle. So then we have 3 again. We had sold one of them because it wasn't running and someone wanted to fix it up. Got rid of that. Took that money. We got a different car. So thankfully, we had 3 cars at that point. Otherwise, I would have been stuck. My husband was still at work. I wouldn't have been able to get there. But he had his car there, and he was working on the new car, making sure everything was good on it. So I found the keys to his car. I got in that car, and I zipped over. It was right by McDonald, so they pulled into the McDonald's parking lot. So I went and met them there. The police officer had arrived by the time I got there and was taking the statements from everyone. At the end of the conversation, it's better. The guy could not produce any insurance information because he goes through Esurance and he had no policy or anything. Well, and I don't know what the laws are everywhere. I kind of feel like this is a universal thing, but it's required by law that you carry proof of insurance with you at all times in your car. He had nothing. He had a website. And the officer's like, can you call them? Can you call them and get your policy? Can they email it to you? Can you get it on your phone? Because he was not going to let him leave until he produced something. So the guy's calling his wife. His wife doesn't have anything. He's calling the company. He's on hold. Because of the hurricanes, they have a huge call volume right now with claims. So he was having trouble getting through. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Really? Wow. So the police officer just chatted with us through that. Got all that worked out. He got the information, got the policy number, all of that stuff. So that was in the police report. Then as we're getting ready to go our separate ways, I'm going to go home with Caitlin and chill out. The guy comes over and says, so since this is a no-fault state, basically her insurance is going to cover her car, my insurance is going to cover my car, right? And the police officer goes, well, I don't know about that. And I was thinking, are you kidding me? You creamed my daughter in the car. You creamed the car. How is that our insurance company's responsibility to take care of the repairs on that? You did that. No, that's going on your insurance, buddy. So my husband made sure to talk to the insurance agent that we've had for years and years and years, and let him know what happened and told him that the guy may try to pull something and try to make our insurance cover it. And it was completely his fault. So Friday, when we don't have school, I'm going to go to the police station and obtain a copy of the police report so that we have that. Because I can see this guy trying to put it all off on us. And I'm not having my insurance cover that when it wasn't our fault. Now, if she had done something wrong, if she pulled out in front of somebody or something, of course we would cover it. But that's not what happened. And the guy was even like, well, she kind of, and the police officer's like, well, you had a yellow, so you were supposed to yield. Plus, she was turning right and he was turning left. Right of way says she goes first anyway. Even if they both had a green, she still had the right of way. So he was trying to push that yellow before it turned red is what happened. Oh, so my goodness, people, that was a stressful day. A stressful day. After coming back from my grandmother's services in Iowa, Monday morning at 1:30 a.m., then having like 3 hours of sleep, getting up and doing a full day at school, getting ready for teacher conferences and report cards, and then we get home like 10 minutes after we got home, Caitlin had left and had a car accident. That was a banner day in our household. Hopefully things are going to slow down now. We're going to be working on our spider book. My kids had art this morning, which is where I just dropped them off. So I got some of the long, like 11 by 17 construction paper in black so they can use that for their book. The thing that I'm making calls for like a file folder. I'm like, I'm not messing with the file folder thing. No. We will just use the black paper and fold it like a file folder because I think it'll look neater too with spider things on it. So we're going to do that. We started on the book yesterday. I had them do a couple of pages. We'll do the majority of it today and a little bit tomorrow. Since tomorrow's an early out day, that's probably just what we'll do tomorrow. I think that's basically what I have planned. Besides, we still have power hour tomorrow, so that's 30 minutes of our half day. And then they still have specials. We have bonus day of art, so it'll be an art 2 days in a row, and then we have recess, and then we'll have time for spider stuff for about an hour, and then we have lunch and we go home. That's our whole day. So, yeah, read in the morning, go to power hour, go to art, go to recess, do spider stuff, pack up, go home. And then I have conferences again.